I was going to repeat. That doesn't make any sense. Hey, how about this? What's up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, RAF ESPARZA, coming to you live from La Casa de los Kings. It is incredible to be here. It is very fun. We just had some barbecue, compliments Chef Cam Hurd, and the gentlemen are going to be kind of funneling in and out. They were nice enough to open their doors to me, and I am joined by two of the members of the Kings, Austin and JJ. Gentlemen, how are you doing this wonderful afternoon?
Blessed. Really blessed.
How about you, JJ?
Feeling great, man. Can't complain about anything.
Let me ask this for you, JJ. I saw you over on the side, and you were playing some Pokemon. Mm-hmm. But, no, it wasn't even Pokemon. You were playing Smash Bros. Today, right?
No, it was Pokemon. Me and my girlfriend have been playing Pokemon Pocopia on the Switch, too. So you were saying that she now has gotten into it. Yeah, she hated it originally.
She hated it originally. How long did it take you to convert her to a Pokemon faithful?
Honestly, it wasn't really it took a lot of convincing. She just saw how much fun I had with it. And then about a few months in, she was like, all right, I'll give it a chance. And then she found some cute Pokemon that she ended up liking. And then when she found one, she found 20. So now she's got a few favorites. And it's pretty heartwarming for me to see because she used to make fun of me for it. But
it's a real comeback story. Yeah, what is her favorite Pokemon?
Right now, it's Tinkaton or Mousehold. And those are some really cute ones.
Okay. So I didn't know this until today when we got here, but y'all did a photo shoot with this incredible photographer named Eric, who's been killing it and has been covering the sport with us. Dude. But what did you pose with in that photo shoot?
So we were told to bring a personal item with us that we liked. And I brought this plushie of a Charmander, and it was about 1 foot tall and 10 inches wide, and it was sitting in my arm as we were taking the photo shoot, and I treated it like my son.
Do you call it Charmander, or do you have a name since you've adapted it as a son?
I like Charmander. I just really like the name that they gave it, so I haven't called it anything else.
Okay, fair enough.
And I don't get too deep into it. So
listen, I don't know, man. They said bring a personal item, and you went out of your way to bring that very personal item.
I won that thing, so yeah, it's a personal item. Okay,
fair enough. So what people don't know, and I haven't told the boys this, but I did ask for some pen and paper for a specific reason. I wanted to do something a little different for this set of interviews. They've all been interviewed by me whenever we do all the PGF stuff. So I wanted you guys to have an opportunity to write down questions that I can answer if you've got any. Now, it can be anything PGF related. It can be anything MMA, jiu-jitsu, outside of the world of combat sports, if you so choose. But I wanted to give you guys an opportunity because normally we don't do this here today like this. I will be enjoying some beverages, one might say, but not doing that here. But we would put, as we're drinking said, me and the guests would go back and forth. But there's a lot of you. So what's going to happen is I may respond to this question with a question afterwards, but I want to give you guys an opportunity to do that. If you are watching, I would love it if you guys could go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, wherever you're watching. If you're watching this on Kick, it means a lot to us because some of us aren't Clayton Weimer. Some of us don't have his swag, his style, because my man is committed, and he's getting the extra angles that sometimes people aren't even getting on the mainstream. So shout out to Clayton for actually doing the work you're supposed to do. So while I've taken care of that, I'm going to give you a second to write your question.
How many questions?
As many as you want, bro.
Okay.
I got time.
I hate to tell you, Raph, if I write down questions, they're not going to be legible.
Are you serious?
It's atrocious. But I do have some questions for you.
Okay. Let's do that then. Let's not have terrible judged
homeschooled handwriting.
I kind of want to see it, right?
That's the hard part is I'm like, the comedian in me is supposed to make him do it. But I have a rule about my comedy, which is embracing things that are silly, but never really to punch down. So there's no reason if you're like, hey, bro, I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't want to indulge that.
Of course.
All right.
I do have some questions for you.
Hit me with your first question.
When did you start training, and how long before you fell in love with it?
That's great. Those are my questions. I love those. Those are Grappling Hour trademark questions. I started... what I realized later was, because I always like roughhouse and wrestle with some of my friends then, but we were playing soccer. and soccer was always during wrestling season. And because I used to watch pro wrestling, we'd all be trying to hit those kind of things and stupidly trying to attack each other. So what I didn't know was those were like my first reps on training. What? When I finally got around to college, I was like, yo, I can see the science behind this. Oh, I really want to learn jiu-jitsu. I think it'll be dope. And I took my first official class in 2009. Yep.
Wow.
2009. 2009. But, and I wanted to take care of my family. So I took time off, but I didn't cancel my membership. So that's kind of why I'm kind to people when they need to they're like, hey, I'm like, no, I totally get it. Be with your family if you need to be with them. Do that. But the reason I didn't cancel it was 2 reasons. 1, I said I was going to come back. And 2, it was like $100 a month. This supports somebody teaching or like a gym staying open. Then I'm supporting the martial arts and I'm keeping myself accountable. And I came back 3 years later. So I started at a 10th planet and I loved the no gi. But then I recognized, I was like, I think I want to learn the gi as well. So I found a school. I was like, oh, don't boo that. You don't get to boo. You can't boo my life. He just came in with like the evil villain, like boo. And I go, brother.
The no-gi only life. We got to throw JJ in a gi now.
No, I can't do that anymore.
He's been there plenty of times. It's just sometimes you get to an age where you say, I don't really want to do that anymore. And he is of the ability to choose. You are. And you're always hanging out with people who don't wear gis notoriously. So I'm just saying. But just to kind of I fell in love with it when I started doing a show. When I recognized that I'm like, dude, I'm not good at journaling. I don't of what I do. But what I do well is when I would do podcasts, it became almost like a journal. That was early episodes of my show. I sound like a white belt, which you're supposed to. But I didn't talk like a white belt. Like, my ability to, I never feared doing commentary, even if it was like, oh no, these white belts are coming to do commentary. It's like, bro, that dude sucks at talking. I can talk. I just may not know as much as, but yeah, that was how I started. That was when I fell in love with the two.
That's good.
Thank you.
Man, I joined you in that 2009. I started the same.
It was a good year, man. And the thing is it's like, you're just, where were you? Where were you? I
think I was like 3.
You were a child still, yes. When was your first class? Because I know it started super young. Were you like 6 when you were starting?
My first class was when I was 4. And
so you're not far behind us then. You got a late start. Womp womp.
I did not do well in that, so they kicked me out for a year. And then I came back a year later after doing a year. Then I started jiu-jitsu at 5. So.
Do you want to know a funny story? Sometimes I'm going to introduce you, and it's a joke way of introducing people. And the joke way I was going to introduce you was, hey, say hello to the not-so-hot-headedest member of the PGF, JJ Bowers.
Let's go.
Because we've seen other people be a little more testy on the mat.
A little bit more than me.
Got to up my game now. Damn, bro.
Being a part of the Kings has kind of helped me realize that there's things bigger than grappling, and there's things bigger than being right on the mat. So, goal and respect and glorifying God is kind of the main way to go.
Good
and
for
if
you,
you're not
man.
doing that on the mat, then I don't really see the right way to be.
I know that, but by and large, very easy to talk to, very nice, very pleasant. You're very cordial, and I know you have been chomping out the bit to get there. So you had your choice. Who would you want to match with that's not on your team?
Oh, okay.
Like right off the bat from the PGF right now.
Right next team.
Okay.
So the one from the Philly Phenoms, I really wanted to match with Kyle Chambers. I thought that would have been a really good one to kind of test like a complete stylistic way of myself. And if I could find the sub on him, that'd be a pretty good. And then from the Wolverines, I thought me and Jaden would have had a great match. Like, I love the kid. He's
been good.
He became a good friend of mine over the season, so it's pretty cool to see him. And then from the Twisters, me and him have been competing for the best social media spot.
So hold on. You bring up a good point, which is, I think I was saying this on air the other day, and I have to give you your flowers. Your social media game has really, really taken. You've become quite the TikToker.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, finding stuff that people laugh at has kind of been the light of my jiu-jitsu journey for the past like 6 months.
Well, not just any people are in it. You got some pretty good names in there. I still, and we talked about this in our last interview, I still don't know that I love the you and Andrew Tackett alliance. Like, I'm still nervous about that because I don't know, man. First of all, he's really good at jiu-jitsu, so we'll be clear on that. But second of all, like, y'all came after fat people, bro. And I was just like, it's hitting too close to home, man.
Oh, no, man. That was really us.
Shut up.
The video of me and Tackett after Thanksgiving was really us. We were
100%. The most shaped dudes you know, 100% found fat.
Fat for one day.
Fat for one day. Also, I'm going to come back to you. What was your second question? You said you had questions, so now I'm warmed up for that first one.
Okay. When did you learn that you wanted to do like social media and podcasting, and when did you get into that? Was it pre or post jiu-jitsu?
Almost about the same time. Because I was doing comedy, so I was doing like variety shows. I was working then Conan, then Jay Leno, and I was writing jokes, and some of the jokes got on. So you would get paid a little bit extra if you got a joke on the air, in addition to doing your other job work. And what I realized about doing stand-up was, oh, I don't want to travel. Like, I don't want to go to do 10 minutes and then fly back to LA. I was like, I think I want people to come to me. So what I really found with podcasting was, I was like, oh, it's like you can do a little bit of comedy. And then I found a purpose, which was how undertrained jiu-jitsu people are at speaking. And
how unprofessional it is.
I mean, you said it, not me. But it's like sometimes you can see somebody's eager to share their story. They just don't know how. And then I realized, I was like, oh, it's like doing a late night show. That is why I really do feel like somebody was asking me, they're like, why don't you do a late night show again or whatever? And I go, do you not watch the post show?
The post show is a...
The post show is essentially a late night talk show.
Absolutely.
And the weird part is parts that are live that I go, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
This might go awry very quickly. So like even yesterday, Noah, I love you. But Noah's like, hey man, I gotta go. And I was like, tell the people. You got the poor kids just like, my ride's leaving. And I go, that's fair. But you need to tell them that. I don't want to be the dude telling them. So I totally get it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, dude, I really love late night talk shows and I loved working on them. So your first was shout out to our boy, the Daily Stack, saying hello. Appreciate you, sir. All the hard work that you do. And then I also saw, I thought another comment came in here. It goes, I just know JJ is doodling right now.
I literally was going to do that. I was looking at my arm to get a Squirtle inspiration. To see if I could do that. Dude, he just clocked my shit so
That is
fast.
pretty funny, though. I mean, Bryce is a connecting thread for both you and me. And I feel like you didn't beat him so.
I always beat him up.
I know that. I know how you roll, and I know you would beat him up. What's up, Kiwi? Good to see you, my man. But yeah, so I would say almost concurrently, because like I started which was like the precursor to the Grappling Hour stuff, like 2012. So it was really when I came back. So like literally like baby bird white belt was coming in and being like, here are my thoughts on the UFC. And I found out that some of the Ultimate Fighter people that we would do jokes and roast were watching us. So we did to bring it back for UFC BJJ, but them releasing it every single day was like, I can't do all of them. So I did 4, and I did use the joke that I said on air about you, where I was like, look at Cowboy Jared Leto over here.
Yeah, I've gotten that one a lot.
It's
pretty accurate, you know.
Brother,
if the shoe fits.
It's also like good hair, good smile, good looks, and the hat. So it's like, run with it, bro. It's just, it's a compliment.
Sometimes.
I think what I try to do, though, is I try to be a fair person, because I was like, we've never met. So it's hard to do jokes about people you haven't met and that they're sincerely trying to be good at something. So you want to fit a certain pocket, but yeah, they're a little time consuming. I try. I can't promise you every joke going to be like a home run, but you can definitely see that I don't take the cheap shot joke, I hope, most of the time. So yeah.
But you're also a very touchy group, you know. If you very easy to offend a group of people.
But you know what's so weird? All the athletes always like to tell me, they're like, there's no way you can like affect me, bro. There's nothing you could say that affect me. And then, you know, every once in a while.
I know that's not the truth. So the guys were talking about the pre-show predictions behind the stages last week.
Oh, that's funny. That's very funny.
Knock on wood. I'm 2 for 2 though.
You know what's very funny to me is it's just, they have their feels about it, but I think if you approach it from a professional level, it's just like, okay, well, if you guys were watching me compete, you probably would bet against me. And I probably would be like in my feels about it, but I go, that's fair. One of my favorite moments in like PGF post pre-show history, I brought on PJ Barch, and I don't know what it was, but he was trying to give me mess. He goes, why'd you not pick me for your team? Like our fantasy team. And I was like, bro, who cares? You know, he's like, nah, but why didn't you pick me first? You picked Andy Varela. And I go, was I wrong? And he goes, why are you doing me like that? I was like, why are you doing me like that? I was like, I didn't bring it up. And I told him, I'm like, hey man, if we were on a fantasy team, would you pick me? And he goes, no. And I go, okay, then
fair enough.
We're good, dude. And he just started laughing. I was like, all right. So yeah, I've been lucky that most people have a good sense of humor, but I can't control how people feel about like, they didn't pick me, dude. They don't like me. It's like, I don't know, man. We're just coming up with Vegas odds here.
Hey, I'm here with it though. I like to warm up to it, so if I hear it, then I'm like, all right,
that's funny.
I gotta play spoiler.
And you know what? I want to say that Tim has especially picked you in a couple places that we were like, okay. And as you mentioned, 2 for 2, it's a good place to be. And you had a couple matches where I wanted to say we were making the case where I'm like, yo, that's gonna be a heater. Like, there are a couple people you stylistically match up like incredibly well.
That match was a fire one.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I know.
He is a dog. He tapped me before, so it was a nervous sweating one.
You know that he's capable of something,
Absolutely.
and knowing that capability is like you can't sleep on it. So
no, not even close. You had to just go for it.
And that's the weird part is there's also, how do I put this? There's also like risk in so much of this that, you know, Elijah hitting his 100th match, incredible grappler, has one of the most storied things. Got caught by Chewy, and I think it was surprised by it, but at the same point, it's like, dude, anything can happen.
It's at the PGF, anything.
Anything can happen. Chewy's incredible, having a great run, still should be blowing on dice and throwing it at the table because he is on one right now, and it is awesome.
Maybe I might need to take him to the casino.
No.
I might need to take him to the casino.
Hold on, let me switch the camera. Well, you can't even fully see that. Yeah, now it's zooming in.
Let's go.
Good Lord.
I got the Squirtle Squad leader going on right there.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
That's the one that's on my wrist.
Is it really? Let me see it. Oh, it is.
That's what I was going off of.
He's the only person who cheats off of his own sleeve. Holy, be like, hold on. How does that look?
Yeah, exactly.
That is pretty good. Have you ever taken a class for drawing?
Nah, I just kind of decided.
Just kind of wing
right
it.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever drawn Pokemon before? I think that's a yes. Okay,
Maybe.
fair enough. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe in like school or something. My girlfriend normally does the drawings, and then she'll like give me them, and I'm like, oh, that's sick.
Does she have a talent for drawing?
I say she does. She's very critical on herself. She doesn't do it like professionally or recreationally too often. But
Okay.
when she does, it's pretty sweet.
I mean, fair, dude. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes you take, like, if somebody asks if I'm a photographer, I'll be like, yeah, I take photos. But the dude who took all y'all's photos, that's a real photographer. I was like, no, that's a, like, the best part is he was looking at my camera setups and he just goes, oh, this is dope. And meanwhile, he takes out like the biggest lens you've ever seen. And he's like, those are pretty cool. And then it's just like, wham. And I go, yeah, bro, you have an
Your
awesome
gun's
lens.
cool. Mine's bigger than that.
Right. And then I just looked at him and I go, hey, man, you're really good at your job. But there's a new meta going on, and I don't know if you guys know this or do this or have seen it. And I thought I was describing it outside, but the new meta I've seen is people have been doing like selfies when I'm on air. So they literally come to my station, probably because I do have the good lighting, but they'll literally, because they don't get a photo with me, I'm in the background, they're like, what's up? And then they like point to me or they do that, and I go, I can't even smile at it because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So half the time it catches me off guard, and then sometimes I look at the video, the isolated video, and I'll skim through it. And like last week, Coach Casey, he was coming to say hi, but he wasn't just saying hi. He was like acting the fool in there, and he goes, oh, I hope you don't know mine. I was like, I just don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to miss somebody. So sometimes I look at the footage to be like, I just feel somebody just do this and I don't see who it is. And I go, I don't know who just touched me, who said hi. And then later I like try to look at the footage and go like, oh, I should say hi to that person a little bit later. But yeah, dude, hell of people have been coming up and taking photos with me, but not with me, behind me.
Of me.
It's very strange. But it's also like, that's cool. My wife goes, it's a compliment. I was like, I think so. But it's also one that I'm not involved with, so I can't get too much off of that. All right, do you have a question for me, sir?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm just here for the vibes.
You're just here for the vibes.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that
What's
we
your
got.
favorite match this season?
Ooh, that's a great match. Oh, that's a great question.
JJ outdoing me here.
Hold on. I like. He's like, oh, I don't have a question, except maybe the best question.
My bad. Try to be humble with it.
So somebody asked me way late last night what my favorite submission was.
So you've had time to think on it, yeah?
No, because I don't even know you can call it the best match, but maybe that response that Travis had to Sam's truck,
That was
that inside heel hook, like
was good.
that to me was like, hey man, that didn't look great for a second, and great response, great execution, pretty fun.
keeping it cool under pressure too.
You know what? I think for me, it has to be Sam versus Chewy.
Oh my God, you're right.
Sam was doing it like Sam. There's been so many matches
so
where
right.
Sam looked so good. You know, the Travis Davis match, he was in his world. He was killing it, and then he got caught. And then also with him and Chewy, man, like he was winning that match. He was pushing Chewy around. You know, it was just a very aggressive. Once they got to the foul called on Chewy, the referee position, like it was Sam's world. Sam was
right.
down, and they were just going at it, and then Chewy with the comeback, like couldn't really be a better story, and couldn't be a better way to open the season. So,
Well,
I think that one takes it for me.
you also bring up a good point. That was like the first time the crowd lost it. Like lost it. And
Second to last match of the night.
how do
can't beat
you
the story.
how do you lose it with the end of the night when everybody's exhausted?
And tired. And
Like, dude,
ready to go home.
you might have ingested. There might have been so many good matches. So you just might be dead from clapping, excited, all that. Most people are looking at the time like, how do I get out of here?
Yeah, it's almost
Okay,
like,
it's time to go, right?
Yeah.
And then that match happens and it comes alive. So that was a pretty big match. You know what's wild is there's some folks who just kind of, you get excited when they're about to have a match. Our boy Cam is always like, sometimes I look at him and I go, I don't know how that one's going to go, but like, I'm kind of stoked for it. So like Sam and Sean was a real fun one where you just go like, dude, those are just two bulls and they just want the opportunity to go.
Or even Elijah and Cam. That was
Yes,
a good
sir.
one. And that cartwheel to Doris, like that was a non-stop
God.
just pace.
So mad at Cam. Anytime Cam does something highly athletic, we have the same S&C guy, and I'm always like, brother, I'm not going to do what Cam does. Like, you cannot catch me doing.
Just up front. Let me tell you.
And the worst part was, like, Cam's so supportive, and is always like, brother, the gains are looking good. I'm like,
Shut up.
you know what? Sure, I'll take the compliment. But you want to tell him, you want to be like, sir, the photos that you just took
Oh,
were
I
monstrous,
was
bro.
hoping to be the best looking cowboy in the kingdom. And then Cam wears the hat, and it's just like, okay, well, that title's gone.
Hey, and you know what? I didn't expect that either. Because you hear the moniker, you go, I'm not the best looking cowboy here. And I was like, that can't be. Oh no, Cam looks pretty good in that.
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
That's true.
Damn.
Thunder from down under.
So hold on.
What's up?
You went back to go reshade.
Yeah.
Why did you feel like you needed to reshade his glasses?
I'm just having fun with this.
Okay.
I like this.
We
is
just
pretty cool.
lost you mentally for a few seconds. and I
No,
wasn't-
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just also here.
I want to see if you can go 2 for 2. Do you have a second question?
Second question.
Yeah. Let's see if you can do it.
Who do you think
Uh-oh.
is going to have the biggest upset in the playoffs?
That's a great question. There's a few people that could be emerging as that. The boy to the left has a good standing, but I don't know that it would be surprising at this
I think
point.
Jaden's gonna. Pop
But I was
off.
about to say it's Jaden. I think Jaden's on a heater right now.
Yeah.
And dude, the way he's put up 15 is just like you
3
could
matches
feel
under a
it go
minute
there.
is kind of insane too.
See,
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you. I
Okay.
think Chewy's done it all season. I think he's going to continue to do it all season.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, the definition of surprise, I can't be surprised anymore. Like now it's a known commodity
But it's against the top 8,
for sure.
which I guess, he did it to number
Like
3
number
yesterday. So,
My guy.
I guess you're right. We can't be surprised, but
But it would be incredibly impressive. But you may recall I'm trying to think if I said it with you. I thought I did. But it was me making the case when we were talking about Chewy, where I said, could this guy win it all? You know, kind of a thing. And it's like...
The thing is, he can. We talked about it. He
absolutely.
Can.
And then you see a moment like yesterday and you go, hey, listen, it only takes a couple of those one night to do it. So,
and he does 3 in a night sometimes, too.
He does. So, yeah, but would be an incredible moment. You've had some really fun matches as well. That's been really cool and awesome to see. So I don't know, man. I would say though, Jaden, just that last emerge push, he's peaking right at the right time.
Exactly. But I think it's gonna be too how the bracket plays out, right?
Like, for sure.
Because it's one of those things right now. Everybody's vying for a higher spot to hopefully get a lower guy, but sometimes that messes you up too.
It does.
Because you have a kid like Jaden. Jaden's good. You know, Jaden can beat anyone in the top 4.
Yep.
You know, so it's you gotta play Sean Melanson. You know, Sean Melanson's not. You know, he hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
But he's not scoring as high, not getting the strangles as much as he wanted to be. So he's like 6. Yeah. 6 versus 3 is still that's him versus Elijah right now. That's a good match. Well, that's a match we'll see next week.
Keep in mind, for Sean, Elijah, Jet, Kevin, the word surprise can't go with that. You know, where you're like, no, I expect them to be good. The question is, do they win the big thing? And so that's where it's kind of hard for me to say surprise. And then even then, it's just like, just looking at Chewy's record the past few weeks is like, it becomes less of a surprise, but it still would have a great element to it.
So really, we're talking about 7 and 8 then.
Yeah, I mean,
what are 7 and 8 gonna do?
What magic are they going to pull out? So
who's going to jump up to 6, 7, and 8? You know?
And
so
who knows, man? This kid over here might try to Nancy Kerrigan somebody. I don't know. I'm trying to take out a kneecap and late minute ad here coming in.
Let me just score 21 really quickly.
Let me just
spot,
get in real quick. Hey, and then you're gonna look at your team like, hey, can y'all get me some extra of those? What do those block points look like? Y'all give me 3 block points and that.
And then, maybe I might slide right on in.
Well, don't forget. You are no stranger to the PGF. Yeah. It's not just about who scores within the top 8. It's who's healthy. So there's always 1 or 2 drops.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that I will be pleading and talking to B-Mac about, hey, man, just give me a call. I'll still be out here. So if there's a dark horse that he would like to have in his top 8 qualifier, let me know.
You know what they were doing in years past? They had talked about, or they did do, like those 4-man showcase things. I feel like what we should do in the future is, if we have alternates, we should have like an alternate bracket as well.
That's how you decide the 6th man of the year or something?
Why not, dude? Like the money bag invitational. Yeah. You literally put on like the all 8 alternates and they all fight for an extra money bag at the end of the season.
That would be a fire bracket.
Right off the top of my dome. Genius.
This guy's a genius.
It's too easy. All right, you need to get going here, though, sir. So do us a solid. I'm going to point to your camera. You are over this way. Tell the people where they can find you in case they're not watching you enough. They're probably watching you more than our stuff. But look over there and tell the people where they can find you and come train with you, sir.
You guys can find me on Instagram at JJBowersJJ. It'll probably come up if you type in JJ. And, yeah, you can find me in Vegas. You can just text me on Instagram. I'll probably train with you. Or you can find me at J Page Jiu-Jitsu and MMA down in Tempe, Arizona. That's where I spend most of my time training. And we have the biggest open mat in all of Arizona on Sundays.
The best.
12 to 2. You guys are always welcome. And, yeah, God bless you all.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Good work.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you very soon. Go enjoy the rest of your night doing whatever. What, you're taking this now?
Yeah, I want to give it to my girlfriend.
Oh, you can do that. I was about to just take it, but I was like, no.
I thought that
Hold on. If I find out you didn't give it to her, though.
Nah, I'm going to go give it to her.
All right. But if you just did that so that I couldn't have it, be so pissed. Good to see you, my man. Well, okay. I think they're going to probably rotate somebody else for the other 2 slots. But while we have time, do you have a third question, sir?
Ooh, a third. Okay, who has been your most favorite character of the season? Right, and there's a lot of them. Not a favorite person. Yeah. Not that you love one team over the other.
Yeah,
but what's your favorite character?
This one hurts because I texted him this, and I said, "Yo, I'm not here for wholesomeness when I'm watching the BTS." and it's untimely, I'm sorry, but Andrew Cockle had the biggest switch between like insane savage killer on the mats, and then when he wanted to wish his wife a happy birthday, and he was like, hey, can I wish her a happy birthday? And he like giggles, and I go, who is that guy? That guy is not the same guy I saw literally trying to finish a footlock. That dude looked like he had murder in his eyes. And I texted him. I was like, bro, I'm not trying to see wholesomeness here. What is this all about? And he goes, no, man, I'm wholesome. But then I get out there and I do my thing. And then, of course, yesterday, takes an injury. Very unfortunate.
So sad because he was in the race for the playoffs.
He is right there, man.
And I'm sad because he was my first-round matchup of next week. And
I know.
He's not going to be back.
And I feel like he'll be back in the PGF.
Absolutely.
It's just, I think the thing I hate is, damn, bro, you were on a good run, and then you start to think like you were here for 5 weeks, 4 weeks, and you do all that math. The wife's pregnant. You make all that commitment. So you try to just be within the scope of you want to be respectful to it and saying like, man, I just wish you had got to see it all the way through. So that part is like kind of heartbreaking.
It is. It's very heartbreaking, but hopefully he heals up quick.
Well, he's also just a savage competitor.
Absolutely.
And the one thing I will tell you guys, the thing that did concern me is that he told me in an interview, he was like, yeah, I was in a cast once, I got a super fight, and they told me we have a match for you. And I go, okay. And I took the cast off and I made it worse. And I go, okay. So when I saw him like looking to almost pop it back in yesterday, I immediately just turned. I was like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. I know that dude's trying to pop it back in right now. And there was somebody who was next to me who was trying to say he could pop it back in. And I was just like, who are you, sir? Like, I have not met you before.
What is your medical profession?
Yeah. And, that's not my expertise. So I don't know here nor there. But then I will tell you this. I will tell you the thing I did tell him, though. He was walking around, and he's got the sling on. He's, like, bandaged up. I was just like, hey, man, so are you ready to roll now? And he's like, nah, man, I think it would be bad for me now. And I just started laughing. I go, all right, just so you know, and gave him his flowers and told him. But it's commendable that they told him he needs to go to the hospital, but he wanted to see the whole rest of the night and with his guys. So I was like, no, that's a real dude. So he's been a favorite character. Lots of people, bro. Like, Chewie's been a fun character to watch.
Of course.
What I do find is, like, every team kind of has, like, one or two that have been, like, fun to play along with. So, like, even when the Wolverines are scrappy and not winning, per se, a couple of those personalities of, like, Jaden's behind the scenes, I think I gave him his props. I was like, bro, nobody was funnier than him this week, being like, we're lost, and people were naked. And you go, that's just funny, dude. There's nothing to get around that. So, yeah, those have been some of my favorite people. Have you had a favorite person that's not a king that you've been enjoying watching?
Oh, man, enjoying watching. Andrew has to be out there and enjoying watching. We didn't see much of him. I've been in the scene of thousands of matches and tons of years and just experience alone. And I've never really seen the guy on the scene, doesn't have a huge social media presence. But to see him come from an area that I don't compete in a lot.
Yeah.
I compete there maybe once or twice a year. So to see him come from there as like this breakout kid is really cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chewy, I think I have a favorite in every team, though.
Yeah.
Travis Havens, man, I saw how good the kid was at the trials, kind of opened my eyes, and to see him come out and just the nice guy that he is, watching his vlogs every week, right?
That is funny, yeah.
The vlogs are good, and imagine the monster he'd be if he wasn't a vegan. I have to give him a little bit of mess about that.
Dude, I didn't know that until the BTS.
Man, he is the strongest vegan I've ever been with. Like, he grabbed me, I was like, woo. It was a big Travis Havens. It makes sense.
He's a big boy. The thing that caught me.
Jaden for the Wolverines.
Jaden, yep.
He's by far my pick for the Wolverines. Just nice kids.
The thing that caught me off guard with Travis is I have seen the spark of a trash talker. So it's not like he's disrespecting his opponents, but like the playful banter that he has between his brothers when he's like on the BTS, and even when he was just like, he has like a very, so is he from the South?
I don't think so.
But like, it's so wild because his vocal cadence is almost Southern. So he almost has like a Bill Clinton-ish kind of like, oh, I don't know, man. I love doing things, and I like getting this. And I go, are you from the South? I thought you weren't. I can't picture where it is. So then I heard him like dip in a trash talk. So when the boys went to go to that roller coaster, and he's just in their face, I can't even hear what he's saying, but he's just like, oh yeah, that's real good, huh? And you go, bro, that dude looked like he had a heart attack, and you're just being like, and I go, that's some stuff I would do too. So
man, watching him and Noah go at it in the back yesterday, they were picking and playing. You know, Travis calls me over and goes, you know, he's got next. I was like, I don't know the lineup. And then Noah just starts laughing. And he's got the big dog. He's got the big dog. You know, they're banter and they're, you know,
my God,
we're gonna rip each other's legs off, and now we get to do it for money. You know, they're used to doing it for free.
Yeah.
Their banter was great.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude. I think he's a very fun kid, super interesting. I think he has had the right mentality and attitude for the PGF this season. Just always smiles, but does business, conducts himself very well. So he has been a favorite to watch. So yeah, I think, again, everybody has a different thing, but I also learned when to not invade their space, because it's like, you need to be a competitor now. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. And then some people just come up to me and they're like, yo, what's up? And I go, nothing. How are you? Is your day going well? So I try to be very responsive to that. But if somebody wants to talk, I'll talk. If they want to just be in their zone, I got them.
Yeah, you know, if you start talking to me before a match, you're gonna get stuck there for an hour until they're calling me on the mat. So
I don't mind that. I mean, my only time is if I have my work to do, and there are a couple times when people time me out pretty badly, where they might just be like, "Hey, Raph, what's going on?" I'm like, "I'm on air, bro. Like, I need to finish doing my on-air stuff, so I'm so sorry." So I try not to ever be rude, but I feel like it is. It's been a pretty welcoming group of guys, so it's been easy to work with this group of young gents, even though everybody, like, real talk, week 4, stress. Everybody's stressed. I think you saw it manifest in many different ways yesterday, but what I think you find more than anything is just come week 6 of this whole experience, everybody walks with way more perspective, and then they return back to there. So I hope,
and with more friends, I think that's a big thing.
And I just hope that people, it's hard to judge people that are in like a little glass bottle, and that this is their world. Like, they live here. This is their 6 weeks. You will go a little mad. Absolutely. And dude, even when I'm traveling back and forth, some days I'm like, dude, I'm tired. Like, they used to, I think Keelan and Isaac were like, bro, could you set up on Tuesday? I'm like, I'm going to get in at like 10 p.m. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'll set up on Wednesday. I was like, dude, I'll go to my hotel. I'll literally start doing my work, get ready, and pre-plan as much as I can. But I think it's a bad idea for me to see people. Even, full disclosure, I think they might know this. So sometimes y'all's favorite place to go for dinner is one of my favorite places to go for dinner.
Is it also Jet's favorite place to go for dinner?
Is it across the street?
No, that's not Jets, but that is.
It is a King's place.
It is a King's
right?
place for sure.
Okay, there has been 2 instances where y'all are at the table and eating, and the first time I want to say was either after the draft or it was after the first week, one of those 2. And I don't ever want to invade. And, like, I don't want to make you guys feel uncomfortable. Like, y'all should just exist. Yeah, I think it was, like, the first day y'all were bonding. It was draft. And you guys went there. And I go, okay. And I asked the woman at the thing, I was like, can you not sit me near them? I don't want them to feel like they have to come talk to me. And I don't want them to feel different because I do this. And I could overhear things. So just let them exist. And she's like, got it. And literally put me right next to you guys. And I was like, I have to leave. No. And I, like, got up and I go, ma'am, I want a different table. I was like, those are my friends, but I want them to bond. They don't need to feel constrained when they're just getting to know each other, and that's how the team is going to start their stuff. But it sucks because there's part of me that's like, oh, I don't want them to think I don't like them. It's just they need to bond, and they need to have their own thing. But yeah, it's happened twice now where I've been like, okay. It happened the second time. I was like, could you please sit me somewhere else? And it's like, yeah, for sure.
Solid restaurant choice, though.
It's great. Honest. Dude, what do you get when you go there?
Oh, it has to be either the drunken noodles or the pad thai.
I do Mongolian beef, but now that you put that in my head, I think I might have to play that.
The drunken noodles were solid.
Drunken noodles were solid?
Probably the better of the drunken noodles I ever had. Pad thai's good everywhere. Drunken noodles, solid.
Okay. Drunken noodles.
Only been twice, so it's only 2 things I've had, but they were solid.
But here's my thing. I'm usually so dead tired.
And here's the thing, too. We made a rule in the team. Whoever scores the most points gets to pick.
No.
Yes. So we typically eat at Jet's favorite place.
And what is Jet's favorite place?
Gordo Tacos. It's, we're on week 3 of having that. I did have what week was that? Week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Chewy were tied, so I picked a Thai food place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, it is very difficult
To outscore Jet.
Well, to not only outscore Jet, but like the pickings you have at that late at night.
Oh yeah.
Like there's only so many restaurants you can go to. So
I tell you what, I feel like I'm in hog heaven because in Southeast Texas, everything's closed by 9. You got Taco Bell, you got McDonald's. That's it.
So if you guys have a tournament,
We have to go to Houston. We have to drive an hour and a half.
No.
Which Houston, we have everything. So we're in Houston. We go eat wherever we want after. But to get home,
oh my god,
it's an hour and a half.
So
If it's a 2-day event, you're getting a hotel. You're getting a hotel.
I put usually one of my guys. Sometimes if they like get eliminated or something, I'll be like, "All right, you're in charge of food. Figure it out now. The minute we're done, I want to have a place, options." And so like one of my guys might be like, "Hey coach, I got one more match." I was like, "No, it's not. You're gonna lose that one. I need food options when you're done." And they're just like, "Okay, for sure." And they're like looking it up. I'll be coaching, and then I come back over like, "What's the food option?" They're like, "I don't know." And I go, "I gave you time. You have one more match. Figure it out. Because guess what? Stuff's gonna close."
See, for us, it's the highest performer. If you
that's
double
smart.
gold, you got to.
that's
in
fair.
my gym, that's how it works. Whoever had the breakout, it's your first tournament and you've got the gold medal.
That's cool.
You're the guy that went 5 for 5 on subs, or you're the person that is, maybe you fall down the age category or up a weight class, or, you bombed it in your division, but you came back in the open and you won 3 matches.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
That's a good policy.
And it's a not just that guy double golds, but he always double golds. It needs to be the guy that was his day. And
Yeah.
Even if that was a silver medal, that's their breakout performance, they got to choose dinner.
Okay, listen, I kind of get that, and I love that you're in a culture here that does the exact same policy. So to me, that is like a huge premium because it just shows that they're not far off. Get this from Smooth3487. Hello from Southeast Texas. Loving PGF and all related content first season to watch, and it's amazing. I think so too. It's been a really fun season. We've seen some really incredible moments, and we're not even done yet.
Big shout out here to Southeast Texas.
Yes.
I know Southeast Texas is watching back at home, and they weren't big PGF people, and
really?
Now they're supporting me. So love you guys.
Well, hey man, I mean, the hometown guy is going to be there. You got to show out, and dude, you've been having a very nice tournament as well, and it's been very fun to watch because all the Kings have had standout moments.
Absolutely.
And yours is one of those ones that you never want to get lost in the fray. But, dude, when you are hitting your moments, they're so fun to watch. You've had really cool things. So far, what has been the best moment?
I think it for me is a Travis Havens match.
That was a great match.
Starting off on a bad note, losing. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel bad in the match. I felt great. I felt like I gave my best effort, and Sean was just better. He caught me. He did exactly what he was supposed to. But I was worried that I was going to be that athlete because you see so many athletes, especially in the PGF. They'd never done it before. They come in and they have a rough season. And I felt like that was the moment, Travis, between me and Travis, we're the 1 and 2 highest paid athletes, but he made the walk first and I made the walk second. So it's kind of one of those moments where I was like, I want for myself to just prove whatever I can to go out there, not to beat him, but just to do what I know I can do.
Yeah.
I felt like that gave me the momentum on my side, and it was like from that point on, I just felt great.
Sometimes you just need a moment to catch your breath. People forget it's 3 matches. Those 3 matches could be all over the place. So it's a very different experience. So for you to find your center, have this great match with him, that was so dope. And Travis is a formidable opponent. So that was a really cool thing.
And the thing is too is I felt like I did more outside of my game than everybody expected. I was passing the guard, I was wrestling, and finally when I do pull guard, I did my number 1 use most technique. 70 at black belt now.
By the way, I forgot. I don't know that I heard that stat on my show or that it got thrown around by somebody else saying it about you. And I was like, I don't even know that I've hit a move 70 times just on training. Like, yeah, we all do arm bars. We all do different things, but you spread it out. And I was just like, 70 at black belt?
Yeah, I hit so many of my color belts that I knew when I got to black belt I needed to start counting.
You know what's really funny? One of my students, he was starting to ask about it in a steam lock. And he was like, what about this? And I go, we're literally just learning you like foot locks. Start basic. I will get you there. But then they, of course, said, they're like, oh, one of these other instructors I know does this and this. I was like, he's very good at it. And he's a homie. Learn this one first. Because if you don't understand the fundamentals here, we're just trying to bypass it, and you're going to be...
walk before you crawl. You're not there.
Bro. And I go, I want you to get it, but I need you to understand how it works first. And he was like, for sure. And I go, show me your footlock right now. And it was god-awful. And I go, well, we have some work to do, but I think it can happen. And so now, I think even this Monday, he wants me to come back and show him. And I was like, just in progress. We're doing bit by bit by bit. And yeah, man, my kids are so silly because they actually, you know what? They did send one of yours. In our little group chat, they sent one of your submission finishes. And it's funny because I think it was the night we talked. And they're like, Coach, you see this? And I was like, yes, I'm here. I go, I talked to him. And they go, oh, that's awesome. Like, can you show us how to do that? I'm like, not like him, but like we'll go over the idea of what he's doing. So
we can cover the basics.
I was like, we'll
master the basics, and then I can teach you the rest.
Exactly.
You know?
And the best part is, I'm like, sometimes it's hard to explain to them. It's very contextual how the submission happens. You know, it's like, hey, like somebody being like, I sent them the Travis submission finish, and they were like, how do you hit that on Sam? Like, how does he do that? And I go, you have to be very good at knowing the position. It's very difficult to replicate, but if you know the concept, that's how you do it. And you just split second. So they were very good about that. And yeah, I love them being inquisitive, but it's very funny that they recognize. They're like, oh, Coach is doing that. And I go, yep. I go interview him. It's good stuff. So yeah, it's been super fun and really good. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go tell Travis we're going to bring on more people. I would like that to happen. I have no idea who is coming in or out. You will be welcome to come back in if you want, but I want to go ahead and give some of the other guys some time to shine.
Yes,
so
sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
You're always the best, Austin.
Love you guys. See y'all soon.
All right, you guys. If you are continuing to watch right now, we appreciate you guys talking, chatting in. I think we're getting some new blood coming over here in just a second. You can see the emergence. You can take a seat, Jet. Jet Thomas, how are you doing, brother?
Good. How are you doing?
Chilling. My man, the best Patreon out there after me. I'm just saying, hey, don't come after me, brother. And we are also joined, CJ Murdoch. How you doing, sir? CJ, can I ask you a question? I saw you over there killing the video games. Are you the best video game player in the house?
It depends on what game we're playing.
Oh, Jet's nodding his head.
Dude,
no.
Jet is the most competitive person.
We did a tournament this morning and I won.
Oh, you did?
You walked in while they were doing the third place.
That was the third place match. This is true.
Yeah. Him and who was it?
Travis.
Him and Travis were in the third place because me and Cam just beat them both.
I'm so sorry. I had no clue. I was walking
you
into the third
started?
place match. Nobody made the announcement. I just looked at him and I go, he's doing a great job.
Before that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Jet, let me ask this. You are notoriously very competitive, and I know that. That gives you the edge. That's an amazing trait to have in a combat sport. Good trait. What is the most competitive you have ever been and been ashamed to be you were that competitive at?
Racing me up the stairs.
Wait. We're talking racing up the stairs?
Yeah, while
Who's
I'm
even trying to win racing up the stairs?
Jet is.
Jet, what?
Jet wants to win everything.
Losers lose.
Losers lose,
Yeah,
and I'm with you on that. I get it. I'm not telling you that. I'm saying, let's put it this way. If you were to put out a board game, right? Let's say you put out Candyland.
Candyland, all right.
In my head, I'm like, I don't care if I lose at Candyland. Like, no part of me cares that much about that game. It's too stupid. However, my wife has put it very well. She has said, you're not hyper competitive unless it's 10 people. If it's one of those 10 people, it's to the death. So I have the gene, just in a different way. Now, you're not on my 10, okay?
All right.
So I feel like I would be very loosely competitive. Like, oh, he got this. Oh, it's darts. Oh, he beat me at this. I wouldn't care. But if you are one of like the gym owner at the gym I work at, me and him to the death. Literally with like shuffleboard. I was like, bro, how come you losing at shuffleboard, bro? I thought you were good at sports. Too bad. And he's just like, why are you so mean? I was like, because I want to make sure you understand that when you live to tell the tale, you'll tell people how I massacred you. And he's like, dude, this isn't fun anymore. I was like, it's fun for me. So think of it like that. The thing you're most embarrassed to have gotten competitive about. No, this is great. This is the thing of magic because
Think of so many situations.
well, 'cause-
that's a problem.
here's what he's doing.
I raced him with my bike the other day. I raced him to Ricky's.
Because to him, this what I'm and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think what you're interpreting is, if it's a competition, there's no such thing as bad. It's just what it is, right? But there has to be something like, again, think about like Candyland. Somebody comes up to you and go, I don't care. That's dumb. Who cares who wins that? But then you put an aspect of win or lose, and you probably go like, you're going to slide down the gumdrop mountain.
You know
Whoa.
what? The weekend before we came out here for the season, Parker was at my house, and both of us whooped our girlfriends at pickleball.
Wait, you were a team against them?
Yeah.
No. Who put that team together?
We did.
Well, of course you did. And I know he's pretty competitive too. So I can.
And I whipped Parker at pickleball, by the way.
Well, we don't. Listen, I assumed as such. I didn't want to be ill of somebody who is not competing currently. So I want to make sure we're being respectful. RIP, we love you, Parker. But for that reason, it is fascinating to me to have your brain, because I remember distinctly when you took second place. And it's kind of like, we have to do the interview. And you were in Ricky Bobby mode, where you're like, if you're not first, you're last. And I was like, for sure. But talk to me about the experience. And I just go, yeah, this isn't going to sit well with him. But I knew at the time, I'm like, oh, he's going to come back and murder people next year. This is not going to be fun. And guess what? You're still on a pretty good streak right now.
Doing pretty good.
So, all right, CJ. It takes two to be competitive, though.
Yeah.
So are you equally and stupidly competitive about certain things? And if so, what has been the craziest thing you've been competitive about?
Lately, it's how many times, or if not, he can body lock past me.
Wow.
He wakes up every morning thinking about if I can body lock him.
Yeah, that might be the most competitive thing that Jet and I have going on right now, is whether or not he can body lock past me, or how many times he can body lock past me.
You know, again, one of the 10, our gym owner, he's notoriously good at all the things I'm bad at. And for the life of me, it's very funny that the stuff I'm good at, he's very bad at. And that to the point where I have let him try to footlock me and kill me. And I'm like, dude, you footlock me, I'm probably going to tap. I'm going to be like, damn, dude, you got that. Good for you. This dude, I'm like, you can break it, man. And like, he's trying with all his worth, but I go, you don't even know what to do. I go, you literally have it. And there's like a photo of me. We're rolling. I'm literally on my elbow, just like, and this dude's like really trying to put it away. And I was like, you don't even know the mechanics. I walk into one of his classes and he's like, hey guys, don't be fat like Coach RAF and do this. And I was like, oh, is he teaching you guys heel hooks? I think I'll stay and watch this class. Hey, isn't the uke supposed to tap? Wow, looks real good. And like the poor students are looking at each other like, why are the coaches fighting? And I was like, no, this is good. We're having fun. You guys just aren't having fun because it's the two people you look up to at the gym. They're just being like, no, we're going to beef this out later. So I understand. All right, so the conceit of today, the reason why I asked for the pencils is I get to ask you guys all sorts of questions. I would love it if you guys want to take an opportunity to ask me any question you've had in your brain. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu related. It could be anything that is in the middle of your brain. So you're welcome to ask me anything. It could be outside of the scope of MMA, combat sports, jiu-jitsu, whatever. So, open season. Because, keep in mind, I get to ask you guys all the questions all the time.
That's true.
And the way I explain this is, normally this is a segment I do while drinking. Obviously, we're not going to do that here for so many reasons. especially underage
Jet and I
kids.
don't drink.
You don't drink
Drink
that.
just water.
But what we would do for the drinking
Energy
segment is
drinks.
that's the thing. I shouldn't be drinking the energy drinks.
Well, we'll take a drink of Ghost between every
Like
question.
the way that Jet was like, I'm gonna go to the store real quick, comes back, I already see an energy drink in there, and I just remembered him putting up the meme of that very funny thing that's like, I don't even drink energy drinks for the energy. I just do it for the love of the game. And I was like, damn, Jet probably puts away a lot of those.
Yeah,
I usually do at least one a day.
So you guys do that. I want to talk to the people real quick. Here's what I want to tell you guys. Like, comment, subscribe wherever you're watching. This is good stuff. Are you guys conferring over a question?
We're plotting.
Okay, go for it. I don't know that I like them plotting. I'm being very honest here. I have allowed them to ask me whatever it is that they're thinking. Now, you guys might be able to pick it up on the things. I took my earbuds off, so I have no idea what it is that they are putting my way, but I don't like them scheming. And I love the fact that we can also tell how close they've gotten in their time that they're doing nonsense like this. So, Camp, you're welcome to join us. You can head on over whichever way. Yeah, this way probably might be easier. Compliments to the chef, sir. Appreciate you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and zoom this on out. So, hold on. Let's be very real right now. Austin was like, hey, man, I'm not going to write out my question. And I was like, why? He's like, my handwriting's going to be gibberish.
Homeschool kids.
That's me too, bro.
And oh, God.
Jet's mom
Is he
did a pretty
left-handed?
good job.
Is he left-handed?
I don't know.
Jet's mom did a pretty good job.
Okay. So what we were telling the people here, Cam, just so you're aware,
Bro, don't ask me.
I'll be able to read it. I know. Just let me do the hard work.
Oh, wait, you're going to have to read it? We're not going to ask you?
Well, the whole conceit is I pick the thing out and I read the question and then I answer the question.
Well, I didn't want this to turn into a contest, but my handwriting is much better.
Wow.
It's going to turn into a contest.
How do you keep your fray above all of this, Cam? Because in the short amount of time, I have learned. I literally walked in on these two having a Smash Bros. War, and then I apparently didn't even know the right context, and Jet very quickly smartened me up and was like, no, Raph, you were watching the third place. Cam and I battled it out.
Me and Cam already beat those guys.
But because I came in with no context, I was like, hey, CJ, you're pretty good at video games. Jet's like,
bro.
Stop.
Oh, man.
Full
Yeah.
cap.
It's a lot of competitiveness in this household. Everything. Which is good. It's cool, man. It keeps you sharp.
Yeah, but dude, I can tell you this. If I did what you guys did in the PGF, I would want to come home and be like, off. Nope,
Yeah.
I'm good. So what I'm doing for the boys right now, and I'm going to extend to you, you can ask any question you want to me. It can be combat sports related or anything outside the world of combat sports. Okay. This is normally a segment I do where I drink, but obviously they don't drink. We're not drinking here. But we usually do it during beers. We throw the questions in a cup, and as we're drinking, we both answer. But can't do that here. So
If only we had a Miller Lite sponsorship.
listen,
I want one of those.
your lips, God's ears. Oh, and you know what the weird part is? Because I do a segment called Inner Brew, I want to get a beer sponsor at some point, but it's also appropriateness. We're not going to quite do that here with the Kings on this day, but I'm going to put this over on your side, sir. So any question you've got for me, feel free to throw my way. Who has? You can throw as many as you want, dude. I got time. I got nothing but time. There's traffic out in LA. I am not trying to hit that going back right now. I need that to go down. So, all right. See, now I gotta be honest with you. Jet, like conferring with CJ, was like they're plotting, and I don't know if I like that.
We're a tag team.
You are a tag team, and that is deadly. Egg is asking, what is this? What do you mean, what is this? So, Egg, here's what happened. Cam is a friend. Cam has great grill. I admire this man's grill game. I said, let's get together. Before you know it, we're doing a show. Now, I'm not opposed to going to other teams and breaking bread with them, but like, invite a guy.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Egg, the person who always is like, "Where's my invitation? Where's my invitation?"
Egg's PB and
I'll
jealous.
show up if you guys have grill and you invite a guy. So
Anytime
PB and
I'm
jealous.
posting the grill, I
PB and
always know I
jealous.
can get some input from Raf.
legitimately, I have a rule, just so you're aware. I said it to the boys here. But if you do not show the finished product, so if you have seasoned meat and you show me that and it's about to go on the grill and you don't show the finished product, you are a disgrace to Americans. You need to show what it looks like, even if I can't eat it, because I want it.
Ain't about where you start, it's about where you finish.
Exactly. And Cam is somebody who is 100% indulged that every single time. He's like, "Nah, brother, this one's just for Raph." And there's literally me just zooming in and being like, "Oh, that looks real nice."
Money.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, we didn't quite have the Traeger to work
We
with
didn't
today.
have the Traeger to work with today,
But we made do.
We made do. All right, who wants me to go first with their question?
We'll start off easy and then we'll get hot.
Oh,
We
boy.
put Jets on top.
Put mine on top. I wrote all four on.
Oh, but
the
we
same card.
asked the
I
same
can break it
question.
up.
We literally asked the same question.
You have the same question.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Definitely
right,
got
what
the
is
same
your
question.
favorite conspiracy?
Yep, same question.
That's a great one. Okay, mine aren't fun,
Well,
but no.
all
I'm
conspiracy theories are fun.
So I remembered as a kid, they used to say like Marilyn Manson was really the kid from the Wonder Years, and I remember being like,
you were
okay,
gonna say
cool,
something else.
but this is how it starts, because when you're a child and there's no internet, there's no way to dig deep into something. So, oh God, what is like one? Well, I can say conspiracy theorists by and large, I'll be like, that's silly. But then all of a sudden you find yourself searching jet fuel and being like, well, hold on, what is this about? Because you just want to do your verifiable research. That's all. I would say, yeah, probably one of those. Because like sometimes you look at that and you're like, I don't know. Somebody put up one to me recently though that I was like, what is that? And somebody goes, how much time do you have? I'm going to go through it all. And I go, oh no. Let me come back to that.
All right.
Okay. Oh, that is a very good question. I'm going to come back to that. All right. Let me do one of yours next. It says all-time favorite WWE, WCW wrestler. Oh, obviously, Bret Hart is my GOAT.
okay.
Bret Hart, because when I was a kid, before I did any jiu-jitsu, I did any like kind of combat sport, was watching pro wrestling. And what I didn't know was when me and my buddies would be like horsing around or just kind of like wrestling a little bit, I was doing what they were doing. So I didn't know I knew how to berimbolo. I didn't know I knew how to do stuff because I was watching them. And then all of a sudden I saw, like, I'm talking to the right guy now. Kurt Angle is the reason my toe hold is good. Because I would see him in a toe hold. And I remember the first time, dude, the first few classes as a white belt coming in and hitting a toe hold, they're like, you can't do that. And I go, but why?
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, because they're like, hey, you guys are all white belts. And that, like, from that moment on, I remember being like, when I'm an instructor, all moves are on the table to at least teach them what it is.
Yeah.
And if it's under my guidance, at least I can tell them, like, here's why you might break their knee. Maybe don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my all-time. And
a good one.
I will tell you this.
Hitman.
The best part of all this stuff is I like people for different characters. Macho Man, love his promos. Currently, there's really, really good guys. There's a guy named Will Ospreay that currently wrestles right now, literally does aerobatics like you're watching a movie scene being filmed in real time, but like does flips while wrestling. And I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. Like there was a moment where two wrestlers at an indie show in Reseda literally had us all at like a VFW post stand up and give them an ovation. It was just like, that was amazing. So I'm a big fan of that. And I try to bring the personalities big. So that way, when I talk to you guys, I'm hopefully like your mean Gene and setting you up and like letting you guys shine. And if I ever feel you're not shining, I'm like, I'm going to re-ask the question because strike two.
Because you got shine.
Let's do it. Yeah, I want to give you guys good moments. So that's a good one. All right. Who is your favorite jiu-jitsu player? Well, who asked this question?
Ooh,
I didn't
don't
ask
know.
that.
Maybe Jet or me. Who knows?
Well, this
No,
is
it's
you.
Definitely me.
It was you.
It's definitely
I think it's CJ. No.
me. Yeah.
My favorite jiu-jitsu player, Marcelo Garcia.
Classic.
Um,
I'm more of a Ted Day guy, but that's just me.
That's fair. As a passing hero of mine a long time ago was JT Torres.
Bro, JT's the GOAT.
American
GOAT.
A double goat, bro.
He's
like
Spider-Man.
double champ. I love him. He's always been really nice to me, and
He is like one of the nicest guys of all time.
he is. But you know what though? And I know who I'm talking to at this table. JT, so nice, right? I don't know if you guys know this. There's like a secret JT account that he has. So like he has his
It's not a secret
JT like.
anymore.
Oh, do jujitsu, guys. Oh, I love this. This is so much fun. And then he has one where it's like kind of like almost mafia-esque kind of quotes that he'll put up. And I go, oh, it's gangster JT. That's the dude who wins double championships. So once I found out that, I was like, nah, I want to talk to that guy because that guy is not the like, oh man, I'm just all shucks. I go, no, I want to know what he's about. So every once in a while, I'll be like, hey, JT, I saw that second account of yours. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, what? I know, ball. I know exactly what you're doing. And he goes, oh, that's just the account I like style. And I go, that's a real particular thing you got. And then I'm trying to think, currently, Mikey's been killing it. That's really fun to watch. He's very good at what he does. But I would say, William Tackett, I've really appreciated watching. His brother Andrew as well, but William is getting to see him up close and do his very good stuff. I like and appreciate how hard that man works and just
We
the
just
good
got to
stuff.
train with them. They're awesome.
Yeah,
I
we
saw.
trained some like a week ago.
I saw those
I missed
boys.
that. I'm bummed. I'm hoping they come back around.
I know.
It's good training.
They're so fun. And I thought about doing this bit, and Jet, we may have to do it in the future.
All right.
We do a bit on the show. It's called the Grappling Hour Challenge. The way it works is I give you a card at random. It has a submission on it. You have 2 minutes to get that move on me.
Okay.
But the problem is
on you.
on me.
Oh, bro.
The problem is I get to roast you the whole time you're doing it.
Do you know what the move is?
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
So sometimes they throw red herrings at me to like throw me off the track. But
How
what
obscure?
what's that?
How obscure are these submissions?
yeah, it's
Other-
like an arm bar?
No, like bro, I'm not
They
putting
said
like a
Choi
Choi bar or anything on
Yeah.
there. But what we did was we used to have a sponsor and they gave us like these deck of cards and they had all these different submissions on it.
Oh, I got that for Christmas one year. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we would give those to people, and it's immensely fun for people to watch me under duress, which is great. There's another segment called Roast Draft where people roast my competition footage. They love that one. And I go, y'all have to pay for that stuff. That's not on my free channel. So, yeah. But 2 people have done that. William Tackett, Cody Steele. And y'all can ask him how it went. So I will just leave it at that. Or you can just join my Patreon at RAF ESPARZA. Grappling
I
Hour.
have a good idea of how it went.
I'm just saying you'd have to subscribe to my Patreon to find out.
Still German suplex to armbar.
You know what the weird part is? I will tell you this about Cody Steele. Cody Steele, because I first interviewed him really when he won like a combat jiu-jitsu match or a combat jiu-jitsu tournament. And we always joked about it. And I recognized in the interview, I was like, hey, bro, can I just get a compliment from you and like a confirmation you're not going to slap me while we're rolling? Like, I just really don't want that. And my man, like, playfully just kind of like rains like a little bit of slaps. And what happens is it triggers a part of my brain that's like, oh, this is for real now, kind of a thing. And I immediately am looking like for a kill shot. So I like looked immediately for a heel hook on Cody and I was like, this might be hard to finish, but I need to get him off me. And then I remembered, fuck, he's doing me. Sorry. He did me a favor by being on the show. So I just kind of have to do defense and not let him look bad.
Bro, you just said that you could have heel hooked.
Well, no. I said I was going. Hold on. I said I was going to try to heel hook, and
I heard, bro. I could have just.
no.
that guy.
You heard what you.
Just
Hold on.
Cody Steele, no
You
big
heard
deal.
what you wanted to hear. What I was saying was throwing a heel hook will get him to stop slapping me.
Oh, I think we all heard it.
You're all competitive enough to hear what you wanted to hear. Let's be very clear about that.
Everybody here heard that.
I'm sure you guys did.
3v1 right now.
3v1. Yeah, no. You mean with the group that wrote "What's your favorite conspiracy theory?" is trying to go ahead and twist my words? It's all good.
We should ask Jet what his favorite one is.
How much does RAF bench? Not a
GM
lot.
says no.
You know what's wild is, so we have the same S&C guy, and I literally tell him I hate S&C. I hate all of it. And
Like strength and conditioning?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I will roll all day long. I have no problems with that. It's fun to me. But the minute you tell me to do S&C, hate in my eyes. Literally doing that. What do you mean, what?
Dude,
I love
I
that
love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like,
I mean,
it's almost on par with jiu-jitsu. Like a good
No
workout.
way,
Yeah.
dude. No.
Dude, you get a bicep pump, you like
I look
start,
forward to the lifts.
start
Some
doing
of the
some
lifts
curls.
are very frustrating because they're really hard, but I look forward to the lifts.
Well, you also get dope photos taken of you
Sometimes.
that literally, like, even, dude, I know we had Eric come through and he had great photos, but even
He's
some of your
really
80cc shots are like, damn, bro, that's a really good freaking amount of work that you have done.
Thank you. It's all the photographers. They're good photographers.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason why my man's wearing no sleeves right now.
Hot
And you
outside,
may
hot,
notice real
bro.
quick, my sleeves went real low, real quick.
AI is so good now.
It is.
Oh,
But you know what's weird is I always have to caveat it where I go, Cam and I have the same strength and conditioning guy, and I go, and it works for one of us. And Asim, our secret weapon, is just, he's great people, and I had to find somebody who had patience for me not wanting to do it. So like, dude, he's great, and I had to pay him a compliment. One of the dudes was like, "Yo, Raf's looking real jacked right now," and I was like, "Oh," so I had to like tag Asim, and I was like, "Bro, that's all you." And then all of a sudden, this is what happens. I was like, then I remembered I have to like do maintenance to keep it up, which meant I had to do the workout that night. I got really sad.
It doesn't just stay forever.
It's never ending.
It's never ending.
Never ended.
Will the Dodgers win the World Series? They better, bro. Hold up. Let me put this back on. Your boy might be going Tuesday night
All right.
before I drive here. So we're talking a 7 p.m. game. Go to that, drive out here. Because one of my friends was like, yo, you want to go to the Dodger game Tuesday? And I was like, bro, I'd go to Vegas on, yes. Yeah, I'll go. But my wife, I will tell you this, she heard, I was like, yeah, I'm getting a free ticket apparently. And my wife's like, so let me get this straight. You go to Vegas every week. And then you're going to go to a Dodger game without me. And I was like, well, I didn't make it against you. It's just they offered me a ticket. And she goes, cool. You know what your punishment is? I was like, I don't know what. She goes, you have to take me to a Dodger game. I was like, oh, easy,
I
done.
mean, shoot, yeah, that's
I was like, the problem is,
that's awesome.
the problem is I saw how much the game was for Tuesday. Just because Ohtani's on the starting lineup, it's like triple the amount a normal ticket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'll pay it. Well, no, I'm not paying it. He's paying it. Haha. But it's also a Yoshi bobblehead night, and that's why I think he wants to go.
That's a good night to go.
Bro, these people, they love their collectibles. They're like JJ with how much they love their Pokemon. That's how much they want to get in on this. So I'm like, all right, I'm in with that. Yeah. But three-peat, I need it. I want another parade. I used to hate parades as a kid, but when my teams win, they're dope. So
Cool. I went to the Caps parade when they won the Stanley Cup.
Nice.
They're actually playing out here tomorrow too. They're playing the Knights, and some of my buddies, they were there last night. Some of the two guys I grew up with, they're out here with their wives to go watch the Caps game, and then they came and watched PGF last night. And one of them I wrestled. Well, actually, both of them wrestled in high school, but they don't really know much about jiu-jitsu. But they were like, "This shit's awesome! Like, the PGF's cool. You know, the vibes are cool. The couches." The money bags and the action, like they were into it.
I'll be honest, if they're looking at the action between the two of you, doesn't matter if you know what jiu-jitsu is. It's still like it translates.
Yeah.
It's more like, if I'm in a match, I'm like, yo, I'm pulling guard. This ain't happening, dude. This is too much work. Especially if you see some of the guys who I'm gonna get paired up with. I'm like, that's a lot of work to stand up, bro. I'm just gonna pull. Oh, I want to say one more thing about the favorite wrestler. Other reason why Bret Hart. I have a thing I like to do with our guys, and I've told you this, but I will hit pro wrestling moves on my goofballs because I have a game that I like to play with them, which is mid-roll or the beginning of roll, I ask them, what move do you not want me to catch you with? And they'll be like, armbar. And I was like, dude, hyper-focus, I'm going to get them in an armbar. And they get mad. So a lot of my students will be like, you can't hit a Boston Crab. And I was like, haha, yes, I can. It's a really good entry off of just a belly down. And they're always surprised. So shout out for that. And I have hit a sharpshooter, which is Bret Hart of all time. Best energy drink. Young man, can I tell you something, Jet?
What?
I don't drink any energy drinks anymore. Not anymore. I do a little bit of coffee. So today I needed tea for the voice. So honey, just in case you guys are ever really affected, honey helps the voice. I have won national championships with honey in speaking competitions. And then this is for the brain. So just literally iced coffee just to get me back up.
Yeah. Me and my dad were having a little debate last night. So I was hoping for a third opinion.
Okay, well, what are the options then?
Well, my dad says C4 is the best, and I say Ghost is. I think looking, I know these two guys think Ghost.
Definitely between those two, I'm taking Ghost all day.
Ghost?
Well, the Ghost plus the beta alanine powder is the good way to go.
Okay, okay.
But
Jet, how
Thompson special.
Yeah, Jet, how long have you been drinking energy drinks? Because you're not very old, Jet.
I mean, like 2 years.
2 years. Okay, thank God. I want to be like, Jet was right out of the womb and was like, get me one of those ghosts.
White monster, baby.
Yeah.
So this is how old I am. My dad one time saw that for finals, I was drinking Red Bulls. And I just did, like, that was the only energy drink really at the time. Mm-hmm. And so I only bought 2 at like a gas station. And my family was trying to be nice. So my dad comes up to me and he goes, hey, son, I got a whole bunch of Red Bulls from Costco. And I was like, why? No, I don't need them. And he goes, nah, I just figured it's cheaper that way. And I go, Dad, I literally get them for finals.
Yeah.
And he goes, why? And I go, well, because it gives you a little bit of energy and all this. He goes, no, it doesn't. Literally started downing them in front of me. I was just like, this didn't do anything. Son, it's fine. Could not fall asleep and had no idea why. And I was like, oh man, I tried to tell you. You literally went to Costco and said Red Bulls don't work. You're out of your mind. So yeah, I don't mess with it anymore. But when I was a kid, I used to like those. But you weren't around. Didn't they used to have like the NOS energy drinks?
Oh, those are still
Nos,
around.
they're
Those
still
are
around.
They're still around. They
I like them
were.
for a lift.
Well, that's the whole thing is. The early energy drinks, nobody had any clue what to do with them, so they put everything in them. And I was like, this is garbage, but why did I just drink one?
Remember Surge?
Surge, yes, absolutely. Surge, and then there's also, okay, so the Ghost now, I've had twice. Mm-hmm. Not bad.
You like them?
Yeah, but I have to do like a sugarless one of this BS.
They're
I
all
can't-
sugar.
Well, now they are.
Yeah, they are now.
Before, they were like, hey, man, you don't question what's in it. Just,
Yeah.
It's like the old
The
school
ones with
Four
sugar are
Locos.
like super sweet. Like I don't even drink soda. I feel like the soda is too sweet.
That's
I like
fair. Well,
I like energy drinks.
So, okay, before I go to these other questions, I hear a rumor that the points leader gets to decide where people go for food. Now, if anybody's been watching the points, you've been doing okay, Jet. But are you torturing these people to take them to Tacos El Gordo so many times that maybe they're going to get sick of it?
I don't think they're sick of it.
Well, I know Horchata over here isn't sick of it because he makes a beeline to that fountain.
That's my favorite. I mean, the tacos are good, but the fountain horchata. And I found out last night the cantaloupe's pretty banging,
Oh
too.
yeah.
Okay.
The cantaloupe's actually my favorite.
Yeah.
So, why do you like Tacos El Gordo so much?
Well, I like tacos. I feel like, because I always try to eat as much as I can, but I feel like it's easy to eat a lot of food when you're eating with your hands. And street tacos are like the perfect little like 3-bite tacos to eat a ton of food.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's hard to, I feel like you definitely eat a ton of calories with tacos, easier like
Yeah,
pasta
yeah.
or something. Like,
True.
you're like getting with a fork, you're like, oh, gotta get the fork.
Well,
Pasta's very filling.
we should.
With a taco, you're like, no, 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 no.
I was about to say we should be very clear. All the meat we had today, there was one girl here, and she was the only one that got a plate. And she was staring at everybody being like, what are you guys doing? And I go, I'm so sorry. I have to explain us. All of us are dumb. And I think you're being classy, but it might get lost here. And then she's looking at me like, oh, somebody to go with me. And I go, no. At best, I'm getting a napkin. But it's only to have multiple pieces of meat that I want to select now. And she just goes, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get it. Like, I'm not going to add dishes for these dudes to clean. No, if I just can eat it, I'll eat it. So
Good, man.
I try to, man. Because, again, guest in this place, not my place to make it messier than I need to. So there is that. I did get a couple notes, and it says, or you could just grill. And that came from Egg.
We did grill you, dork.
We did. We grilled, we
By the
ate.
way,
We feel great.
we did grill you, dork is very funny. I did realize this, that with Egg's own team, I was trying to ask, I was like, oh, do you guys all roast egg? And I was like, you're the team owner, you know, like probably shouldn't roast. You're like, y'all aren't roasting Kevin. So you just figure like most teams that's not going to happen. Every one of the guys was like, oh no, we roast him. I was like, yo.
I feel like he's roastable though.
He is very roastable.
He is. And he's a longtime stalwart of the PGF. So it comes with certain baggage.
Yeah.
Where you're like, hey man, that's how we know you. So we're going to do that. But yeah, he's been coming up and be like, how come you don't put me on the show? And I'm like, you have a show. You're good, bro. Like, I don't need to take care of you. You're all right. All right. Favorite dessert. Okay. I'm going to get really specific here. There is a place called Porto's out in Cali.
Specific.
It is. And it has an incredible tres leches that is literally, as a brown dude, we're very selective on our tres leches. But that one, chef's kiss. Amazing. So between that and then like if I'm having a pie, I like banana cream. I like that a lot. And then what's the other one? There's like another thing like God, what's his face? Franco's cookies?
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good, dude.
Did you have one of my mom's cookies?
Wait, hold on. No? She had cookies?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
bro,
I'll be right
No,
back.
you gotta try 'em.
my
you're
God.
lucky.
Oh,
man.
thank
You're gonna
God.
get to taste one on.
They're so good.
First of all, thank
Shout
you.
out to Jet's mom. They're amazing.
But I legitimately thought he was just going to say that and they were gone. I was going to be like, bro, you can't.
You're
do
lucky.
that.
I'm surprised
There's a
there
few
are
left.
any left.
I've been trying to be
honest.
polite. And
No, bro, last night was
I think-
hard. Last night
I
was
think
hard.
these cookies might be better than Franco's.
They're a different. We'll just say they're a different
Okay,
style.
pudding cookies.
No.
But
I see
you can't
exactly
be
what they're.
telling
They're
your
right
mom's
there.
secrets, bro. They're secret. Judge Thompson's mom cookies.
All right, I'm going to have to take care of that in a second. But for right now, 3, 2.
With the milk last night was like I'm surprised there's any left. To be honest, I was.
So
I
when did
did
she make these?
She must have made these Tuesday morning or Monday or Tuesday. She flew out with them.
That's really sweet.
all gone.
I couldn't give it to you because I'm like, it's not mine to give, dude.
Feel like
With the
That was
last one.
amazing.
No, I'll eat a couple crumbs though.
You eat some crumbs.
That was incredible. Thank you, Jet's mom. Appreciate that.
Incredible. As a cookie connoisseur, top
Damn,
notch.
that's rough. Yeah, that's pretty up there. And so you like putting cookies